And I'll say that welcome everybody. It's Monday, September 25th or Tuesday, September the 26th. And this is the Open Hearted Practice Group. I'm Jim Mansky. Jory is often sitting here next to me, and she may or may not join us today, but she's here in spirit. She's been off helping a friend kind of land back here in Maui. She's been traveling for 5 or 6 weeks, and so she needed to go grocery shopping and that kind of thing. And Joy went to help her do that. So today's class is focusing on requests, kind of carrying on from where we were last week, but you don't need to have been here last week in order to get plenty out of the class. And consider this a practice group. So there's lots of opportunities for practice. And we practice a variety of different ways. Today we'll be doing some journaling. So that's a process of self-connection, really just being with yourself. We'll also do it like a little meditation here in a few minutes. We'll do some action here in the large group, chance to practice honesty and empathy, and also there'll be small group work. If for some reason you don't want to do a small group, then you can put an equal sign in front of your name, and that's just a signal that you don't want to be in a small group, and that's fine. But that's where most of the action is. So think about whether you want to, that's where you'll get the most opportunity to practice. Joy and I have this little saying that the person doing the most talking is doing the most learning. I don't know who said that originally, but we stole it because it really resonated as true. As a trainer, I feel like I'm always the luckiest one in the room because I'm learning a lot. I'm multitasking now. You can probably tell I'm a little bit distracted because I'm making small groups, getting ready for our self-connection exercise. So shall we start practicing? Anybody got anything up before we start to practice? Okay, great. So we'll start with a self-connection exercise, an opportunity to practice nonviolent communication just with yourself. And if you're like me, you're probably looking at a device right now. You're probably looking at a screen. And so just notice that that's what you're doing. Just become aware of what's actually happening in your life. And you can look around the screen, and depending on how you have your screen set up, you might see all of us gathering here. Just let your eyes dance across the screen and connect with folks that are here. And let your eyes also drift off the screen if you'd like. And just let them go wherever they want to go. Just kind of relax your will and trust that your nervous system will look around in a way that will meet your needs. See if you can relax your neck a little bit. Relax your face. Soften your focus. You can take in more of the world. Release any tension around your eyes as they look around. And see if you can, as you look around, also pay attention to what you can hear. Of course, you hear the sound of my voice. You may hear the symphony of bird song in the background. You're in Maui. You may hear sounds in your own environment. So your ears are doing what your eyes are doing naturally. They're just going wherever and attending to whatever there's a sense of importance. And this is in the service of safety, just to make sure that you're in a safe place. So as you look and listen, and if you find something that's not safe, then please attend to it. Or if you notice another need that's asking for attention, please follow your own self-trust and contribute to your own well-being by following your needs. Then, if you're willing, just allow your eyes to close and notice what happens when you close your eyes. And as you have your eyes closed and you're aware of probably of your other senses becoming more awake, your sense of hearing, your sense of touch, smell, or taste also active. Then gently coach yourself to attend to your body, just to notice that you have a body. One of the easiest ways to do that is just to notice that you're breathing. Just enjoy breathing. As you notice your body, you might attend to certain sensations. See if you can notice the sensations without labeling them first. There's a tendency to label it as pain or pleasure or hot or cold or whatever. Just see if you can just notice sensations without labeling. Labels come up, then that's okay. You notice it and then you name it. Be really helpful to support self-connection. So pick some sensation that you notice in your body and bring extra attention to it. So notice it. If it has a name like tension or ease or whatever, name it for yourself. Notice, then name. Then allow it. It's already happening. So just open yourself to having that experience. And then from that space of allowing, listen to that. Listen to the sensation. What's its message for you? Is it saying, please attend to something? Or is it saying, thank you? Is there a sense of urging you to do something behind the sensation? Sometimes we give meaning to the sensations and we create emotional connection with ourselves. Maybe a feeling of interest or sadness or curiosity or eagerness or boredom. So we follow the same process. Notice emotion. Name it if it has a name. Allow it. And listen to it. What's it telling you is important? If there's something important to you, that's what we would call a need in nonviolent communication. So what are you noticing is important to you right now? Does it have a name? You find a need, just savor that need. Need is like an energy in your body. Just be with the energy of that need. Then the last part of nonviolent communication is the request. What request is coming up for you? Maybe it's a request of yourself related to our group today. Maybe it's a request of me or somebody else on the group. Great chance just to be with the request. Right. Take just a couple of minutes and write yourself a note about what this self-connection exercise was like for you. And that'll give me a couple of minutes to finish making the small groups. So write down your reflections about what was it like to do this self-connection exercise. Maybe it's something about it that you liked. Maybe it's something about it you didn't like. It could be either celebration or mourning or insight. So I'll be quiet for about 3 minutes while you jot down a note. One more minute just to finish this self-connection exercise. We're going to go to small groups for just a moment. I encourage you to check in with the question, what's alive in you? This is the question that Marshall Rosenberg, the founder of Nonviolent Communication, loved to ask in trainings. What's alive in you? This is an opportunity to do a quick version of that self-connection exercise when it's your turn to talk. So if somebody was to ask me what's alive in me right now, I say, I'm really curious to find out how asking this question will move you, about what would how it contributes to your self-connection and connection in your small group. And then the next person could go when it's their turn and just reflect back one thing that they heard from the other person, the first person, that was important to them, that was alive in them. It could be an observation, a feeling, a need, a request. And then after you reflect it, then you say, what's alive in you? And then the third person does the same thing. And there's 15 minutes, so there's 5 minutes each. So there's probably time for at least 2 rounds, because what's alive in you may shift and change as you hear from other people. And so I'm going to make one little adjustment here so the groups are more even. Okay, so the time, you'll see a timer in the upper right-hand corner of your screen once I open the groups. And there's nothing, when the group ends, you'll get a 1-minute warning before the group ends. And then you don't need to do anything to come back. You'll automatically come back to the room. Some people just push the button and they come back, and that's okay, because then you get to spend a minute with me, but you might miss that last minute of connection with your friends. So no need, you can just sit on your hands toward the end of the group, and you don't need to push any buttons on your computer, even though you'll be terribly tempted to do so. So all the groups, I think, are 3, except there's one group of 2, lucky you. And see you all back here in about 15 minutes. Enjoy connecting and practicing nonviolent communication with each other. What's alive in you?
You had a lot of fun.
We did. Yeah, I still remember your lesson, Monica, of how to boogie board. I haven't boogie boarded in a while, but I still remember your lesson. You
All right.
saying if you see sand bubbling up from the bottom, get off the board. You're about to get creamed.
You did good. We had fun. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, everybody. And I enjoyed the small group connection with Lisa, and Anurag showed up but didn't speak, and Dianat showed up, but we didn't have a chance to really connect yet. But I'm really glad to have all of you here. Is there anybody who would like to check in with the large group about anything that is alive in you right now after what we've done so far? If you want to do that, you can raise your hand. There's a little raise hand button on the bottom of your screen if you have the latest Zoom software. If not, it would be under the reactions button. Thanks, Patricia. Go ahead. Oh, where'd you go? There you are.
I don't know. I was playing with it after you said the raise hand button. But okay, so now that I raised it, sorry. I'll just check in that I noticed that I had a deep longing for connection with people today and right now. And there's just times when it's when I'm at work or whatever, where I've got to get stuff done and I can't just go make a connection, but well, I could. I'm choosing not to. Um, but just how good that feels and how much I want more of that in my life. So that was one of the things. So thank you for letting me express that.
Thank you, Patricia. The human need for connection. the heart of nonviolent communication, to create a quality of connection that inspires compassionate giving and receiving. Anybody else like to share anything? If you guys don't talk, I'll start, and you'll wish that I'd shut up. So love to hear more voices, especially if you haven't ever spoken in a large group. It might be fun for you to try. Just speak what's on your mind if you'd like to. We have some new folks today where I want to extend a special warm welcome to you all. You're welcome to speak. Lynn, go ahead. Whoops, you need to unmute yourself first.
This is my first time here, and I'm very grateful to be here. And what I shared with my small group was that I'm still recuperating from the isolation of COVID and losing a lot of my friends. And also, I just turned 79 years old, and I used to be a cross-country ski instructor, and I used to kayak from Alaska to Seattle, and I used to do all these things, and I can't do any of those things anymore. And the latest thing I couldn't do was drive from Berkeley, California, over the Sierra through Yosemite and come down the east side to speak at a memorial service of a dear friend in the mountains that we used to ski all over. And so I'm mourning the loss of many good friends and the loss of my own abilities. And so this is a way of reaching out to have new connection, not to take the place of the people that I've lost, but at least to fill some of that void.
Yes.
And I also just want to say that I was born in Nashville, Tennessee, and my family is still all there. And I've been in California now for 30 years, but it's really fun to see two people from Nashville. And I'd love to hear how you got from Nashville all the way to Maui. So,
oh yeah, I'm from Atlanta actually, but there are folks here from Nashville, Fifi and a few other folks. Jana, and it seems like there was one other person.
Lisa,
Lisa, yeah, Lisa.
people
Right.
from Nashville. Well, anyway, so thank you very much, Jim, for doing this. And I did study with Marshall many, many, many years ago.
Great. Well, I'm glad you found us, Lynn. I hope you get your needs met here today.
Thank you.
and Lynn, where are you from now?
Well, I'm in Berkeley now.
Okay, I live in Alameda.
Oh,
Very
I'm at
good.
Point Richmond, but I don't tell people that because most people wouldn't know where that was. I figured, but yes.
All right. Thank you. And Elspeth?
I just wanted to reflect that I'm in springtime here and the other people in my group are going into autumn. And for me today, I can feel that spring energy bubbling up in myself, which is so lovely. And also that I have some other internal needs going on that are not quite in harmony with that external movement. I still need some internal attention and nurturing to myself. And so my group mate reflected that that's quite interesting that we can be so affected by our physical environment, and wanted to share. Yeah, I'm grateful to be part of an international group. It's so lovely to imagine all the places and environments people are from and during these conversations. So thank you.
I'm really glad. Thank you for being here, Elspeth. Rob, and then Saya.
Yeah, I think it might come originally from the Dalai Lama, but it just came up for me so much. It has been in a song, but just that line, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I have a precious human life and I'm not going to waste it.
Nice.
Yeah. And thank you, Jim. That was my dream empathy group I was in. It was just alignment and connection. So thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're here, and thanks for making the request. I was glad that I saw it and was able to attend to it today.
Very good. Yeah.
Thank you. And is it Saya or some other way of pronouncing your name?
Hi, it's Saya. You said it
Saya.
right.
Was right the
Yeah.
first time. Okay, good.
Yeah. Thank you. This is my first time to join this call, and I'm also feeling so grateful um, that I did not know what to expect, and I just jumped in. I'm originally from Japan, but I live in Illinois right now. So it's like 9:30 p.m. right now. And usually my kids may not be sleeping or maybe sleeping, after the busy day. So I was like, when they fell asleep, it was just 9 o'clock. So I called in and I was 1 minute late. But right then, like, for listening your voice and everybody, like, focusing on themselves, and I felt so at peace immediately. And it was so great to be guided in this meditative state. And I'm actually feeling at all because I really didn't expect it. And after the busy day of running around, I really needed it. And so thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so glad you found us, Saya. I'm really glad. And you might be jealous to know that I'm heading for Japan in about 3 weeks. Gonna
Oh,
go visit friends. I'm an assessor for CNBC, and we're gonna have an event in Japan in November. And so I get to go see some of my friends. I haven't been to Japan since 2000. And I seem to be back. I had a little burp on my internet, it looks like. Yep.
I'm
Good.
heard you're going to Japan, and I
We're gonna go
am
to
very
Osaka.
envious, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to Osaka
The
and
recording.
in Kyoto. Let's see here. I'm gonna